What's up team, Josh from 𝙂𝙧𝙤𝙬. We are in the rapidly growing Wigram suburb where we're about to meet my good friend Willie Chen, who is an accountant by day, though has had the courage over the last couple of years to turn his passion into profits, and he's taken the leap becoming a badminton coach as well as starting his own badminton academy of performance and nutrition business. He has got the growth mindset and he knows how to give back. Let's go check him out. I think you're going to love this one. Willie, how are we, mate?
Good.
Thanks for having us here. Thanks for having us in your office. Now, it's actually quite funny, as most of you may not know, Willie is my accountant. He keeps the taxman happy and off my back. However, you are much more than just an accountant. You are actually a business owner. You've started your own badminton shop, as well as becoming your own badminton sort of coach. Mate, tell us, how did you sort of come from becoming an accountant to then becoming your own business owner in badminton and a badminton coach?
Well, I've always loved playing badminton. I started playing badminton when I was about 4 or 5 years old when me and my family first came to New Zealand. And my mother loved badminton. She would always take us to these morning church clubs, and we would always just play for fun. And I just picked up a racket and off we go. And after that, badminton's always been a hobby. Found out that I was actually pretty good at it. I joined the Badminton Canterbury team, which I currently contract with Badminton Canterbury as well, coaching for them for their teams. And then I ended up playing for New Zealand junior sport when I was in the junior teams in my teenage years. And you know, I've always loved badminton, not just the sport, but the people, giving back, and you know, it was part of my stress relief, which is great. And you know, everybody's dreams is how do we turn our hobbies, our passion, into a career? And I just took the leap of faith. I said, why not? Why not? I was privately coaching students of mine, and I was contracting privately to Badminton Canterbury, coaching their teams, junior rep teams, senior rep teams, traveling with them. And then I was saying, hey, why not? I mean, people love badminton. There's so many people playing badminton now, so let's give it a shot. And the turnout is incredible. It's incredible, yeah. So
the turnout's been incredible. It's obviously been a deep-rooted love. It's been ingrained in the family. You're born into it, you're raised into it, you've developed it, you're very good at it as a teenager. And then from there you started becoming a coach and pursuing it further. So you decided to become an accountant in your daytime, during the day, and build a very successful accounting career, but then you've also taken the coaching in the evenings and the weekends. When did you know that it was right for you to sort of really lean into becoming sort of into the next step of being a business owner, making it a full-time sort of employment?
Yeah. So my family was always quite focused, and they emphasized on a career, on a stable job. Make sure you bring food to the table, roof over your head, and look after your family, provide. So therefore, I knew that you know, accountancy stuff would help me, you know, have a stable job and stuff like that. And the thing I love about doing accountancy stuff was it's not just numbers and legislation, but the relationships you build, the trust that you gain from your clients, and they become really a big family. And that's the best feeling that you can get, to earn somebody's trust, their go-to person when they have any kind of questions, and knowing that you can help them out. Even just a little advice can make such a big difference. And then when I knew that I worked for a few accounting firms after I graduated from the University of Canterbury, I thought, hey, I could do this myself. I could try to do this myself and balance badminton as well. How do I balance badminton, my passion, with my everyday job? So I said, hey, let's take the leap. I've tell my clients, my accountancy clients, on how to run their businesses, open, start their businesses, look after their businesses. Let's try to do it myself. So I took the leap. I set up a few business structures and have a great networking group. So off to the races.
Off to the races.
Yes, sir.
You certainly have. And so the beauty is that you did right by the family, you became a provider, you made sure that your affairs were in order and that you could provide and look after yourself as well as your loved ones and family around you. You still held on to that passion and still kept that vision of like, we could actually, how can I turn my hobby into a career and make it something truly beautiful. And then from there you decided, after sort of working around a few accountancy firms, like, actually, I need to take the leap of faith because I can do it, and I also know that I'm only capped at a certain level. So why not take it to that next level? You're very true on your relationships. You've had my back for multiple years now in that regard. So I really do see that love and that family orientation that you do bring to your clients. I guess what was the key struggles or challenges that you found from going to an employee to becoming a business owner, and that you could share with the audience that are looking to maybe think about taking their leap, making their hobby the next career?
Key struggles was, I reckon, when if you're working for just an employer, if you're just doing the job, you might be really good at doing the job. You might be a great builder, cabinet maker, candle maker, for example. However, when you get down to the nitty-gritty, the admin side, the setups and stuff, managing people, managing affairs, managing finances, that stuff gets very, very complicated. Even though I've been working as an accountant for nearly 10 years before I became self-employed and started my own business, I understood how businesses, companies, entities worked. However, when I jumped into it myself, oh goodness me, it's a whole different ballgame. So that was really hard to understand, and you really, really only learn when you jump into it, when you have to go in and do it as well. And badminton-wise, it's always good when I have the passion for it, and I somehow already understand many aspects of the badminton gear that I sell, the materials, the quality, and then understanding my players that I coach, what are their needs, their personalities. It's not just what they want, but what they need, and how to coach different people, because everybody is different. You don't coach the same way for everybody. You have to understand how they learn, how they talk, and you adapt that yourself. So across my businesses, it's all about understanding how to adjust, and how to manage time.
Beautiful. How to adjust, how to manage time. The key thing underlies that you spent years looking and managing your clients' finances, understanding the numbers of the business. However, when you went to starting your own business, you realised the personal sort of touches, the relationships that you need to build. Then on top of that, the admin, the marketing, the branding, the sales, and more than just making sure the spreadsheets all lined up.
Yes, sir.
But the big thing was that you've got to take the action. You're very smart that you never got rid of the day job until the business started to hold its own. And now it seems that you're transitioning more into the badminton side of things, because that passion has now become a profit, and quite a successful profit. I've just seen recently that you've become Coach of the Year, not just for this year, but second year back to back. It is an amazing achievement, just to shows that the passion is there, that the love for your clients and the coach, the students, and that training. What's been some of the exciting moments of being a badminton coach, owning the badminton shop, that you've learned that maybe you didn't get from accounting, but you've now sort of embraced in this new chapter?
Well, that's a really great question. Mostly, it's just the small changes that the players, or even my accountancy clients, that you advise on them. they want to know, but the thing is, because they don't fully understand it, the best part is to educate them, not just telling them what to do, but educate them and say, hey, if you make these small changes, it will make a big difference. And afterwards, they've tried it out, they've given it a test run, and they see a huge difference, and their faces just light up. And that is the best feeling, the feeling of giving back and helping people out, just from something so small. You can't put a dollar figure on that. Yeah, so that would be it.
Beautiful, beautiful. So it really is all about giving back. It really is being that example as a teacher and a coach to see your students thrive, shine, and when they get that click. I remember you sharing me whether it's just a twist of the knee or a twist of the tweak of the wrist, improving their technique and their skill. What would you say has been 3 key lessons that you've learned from being in business or being a badminton coach that you could relate into life and share with the audience?
3 key points.
Lessons that you've learned in your time.
Lessons that I learned. I think one of the points would definitely be relationships, networking, and it all comes down to just being nice, be true to yourself, and understanding who you're working with, who you're talking to, and just be nice in general. That's one of the most important things that I think helped me through, my career and my journey and stuff like that. Because once you're nice, people's walls come down, and then you can start talking with them instead of just talking to them. That's what I found really, really important. I think discipline. Discipline is one of the most important things I've picked up, not just from life, but business, but hobbies as well. My mentality has always been that if I'm really determined enough, I want to succeed something, I throw myself into it. And you only understand how far you can go when you give it your all. When I was younger, in my teenage years, I competed in bodybuilding for a few years, and I did a few shows, and I learned the true definition of discipline. When to eat, how much to eat, when to sleep, how much to sleep. Your whole life was bodybuilding. And from then on, I kind of translated that to badminton as well. When I was in the national squad or representing Badminton Canterbury, it was how long you should train, what you should eat, how long you should sleep, how you should stretch, how you should recover. Everything was scheduled, and if you did everything on time, the results will show. And there was multiple times that I obviously didn't follow the rules and stuff like that, and my results shown as well. I either lost my game, or I lost students, or stuff like that. And therefore, it gives back to me and tells me that, hey, discipline is number 1. It's always about staying on track, being patient, and that relates to everything in life. If you've got a goal in something, if I've got a goal in something, I gotta be disciplined. I gotta have a time frame. I gotta map out the steps and work my way backwards to say, how am I supposed to get there? Where am I now? Plan it out and be disciplined and follow the steps.
Beautiful, beautiful. I like that. Discipline is freedom. Discipline is scheduling. Discipline is knowing that if you do it, schedule it in, do it when you said you're going to do it, or do it, and then do it on time, the results will follow. And it's been a key element that obviously not just in badminton and business, but in bodybuilding, it's been a key sort of pillar for you in everything that you set your mind out to do in time, and will do moving forward. Now, Willie, the very exciting thing is sort of coming to the end. What's the future look like for yourself? What's the future look like for the badminton shop and you as a badminton coach?
Well, the future is, oh goodness me, just mentioning before, talking about discipline was, with me, I have personal goals. I have life goals, I have business goals. Ever since becoming self-employed, I dreamed and planned where I see, my businesses, badminton coaching and my accountancy business. And the goal is really just to grow and give back. These past recent years after COVID, badminton has just grown tremendously. Everybody's picking up a badminton racket and they love it. So if we can grow the sport of badminton in New Zealand, in Canterbury, around the world, why not? It's fun, it's a stress relief, and it's harmless to play. The accountancy business, I want to build that relationship with my clients. I want them to succeed. If they succeed, I succeed. And that's the best feeling when I see them succeed, and it's because it's from your efforts. So the future is bright, but we have a long way to go.
Oh, yes. So the future is very bright for you, mate.
Yes,
And I think the key point there would be to grow and to give back.
Yes, sir.
So you can definitely tell where your heart's at, which is a beautiful thing and a powerful thing. You put the people first, and when you put the people first, everything else takes care of itself. So very exciting times for what's to come for you in the badminton world, mate, and we would expect to see you leading the charge, maybe being a bit of a trailblazer in the years to come. So I'll definitely keep an eye out for you. Now, for anyone that may be looking to pick up a badminton racket or to get involved, how can they find you? Or if they're looking for a bit of coaching, where can they find you? How do they get in touch?
So the two main badminton halls in Canterbury are the Badminton Canterbury Hall, located on Payton's Road in Linwood, where I coach there on a weekly basis as well. Or we're at this beautiful hall in Wigram, the new badminton centre, where we also run our badminton academy with different groups from kids to adults, where I also do my private training as well. All my businesses have my Facebook and social media websites, so they can feel free to find me on there, talk to me on there. Our academy is called Badminton Academy of Performance and Nutrition, short for BAPN. We are social media, Facebook, Instagram. Our badminton shop is called My Badminton Shop, where it's just an online shop right now, but we help players find what they need all around New Zealand as well. My accountancy business is called 𝙂𝙧𝙤𝙬 Accounting Services, and it's mostly online, and they can find me on social media as well.
Easy.
Yeah.
Got it all mapped out, all online, all digital, all social media platforms.
Yes, sir.
Mate, looking forward to seeing you win. Appreciate you for having us here. And mate, here's to the future.
Yes, sir. Awesome.